Good morning, everybody. Let's begin with our praise song, Waiting For You, number 20 from the Sing Book. You can find the book under your seats if you want to follow along with the music. Rhythm instruments are in the back corner over there, so are fingered labyrinths. You can get them anytime during the service. I invite you to stand as you are able in body and heart so we can sing together.
We are waiting to your presence, and our hearts are open wide, open wide.
You may be seated. Before we begin, I just want us to lift up a prayer to those in Colorado Springs. There was a shooting at Club Q, which is a LGBTQ plus club, I guess. So can we just take a moment and send our energies to all those that were involved in that situation. Ask God's presence to be near and dear to them. And lift them up in our strength today, holding them in our spiritual arms and blessing them from this distance, knowing that the Spirit does not know geography. The Spirit only knows love. Amen. We are in contemplative spirituality. This is our last Sunday before next week, which is Advent, where we'll begin a whole new season of Advent. And with the holiday season, there's lots of events coming up tonight, Transgender Day of Remembrance. So hopefully you'll come at 6:30 for that. World AIDS Day is coming up on December 1st. There's a whole, we're sending out emails and Facebook, lots of announcements about what's going on. So we hope that you join us for all of these things. Thanksgiving dinner and the donation kickoff is coming on Thanksgiving Day. Following that is Hanging of the Greens. And just a little bit of a secret, after the Thanksgiving Day dinner, after we clean up all together, all of us who are here helping to clean up, nudge, nudge. I'm also going to start getting things out of the closet for the Hanging of the Greens on Saturday, just to kind of organize that. So if anybody wants to stay even a little bit later and help me take down boxes and see what's in them, I'll put a star by your name. How's that? See? Yeah. You'll be excellent. There'll be extra cookies for you. Just for you, you get cookies. So we're going to do that. And now, on this very special day where we bless the animals, let us take a moment to bring ourselves fully to this time and to this place. Now's the time that we get to find who we are inside of ourselves. We get to take a moment to intentionally get in touch with our physical self, our intellectual self, our emotional self, and our spiritual self. So breathe into all these aspects of who you are. Notice where you're finding calm in your body. And allow that maybe to be your center physically. As you also experience where you're finding maybe fidgetiness in your body, which is not bad. Maybe the fidgetiness is where you want to be. But just knowing how your body is responding to the day and to the moment is helpful. Knowing how your mind is calm and how your mind is fidgety is also helpful. To be able to identify, this is the place where I have calm in my thinking. This is where my thinking resting place is. And then paying attention to notice this is where my thinking gymnasium is right now. This is where things are climbing all over the place and jumping around. Spiritedness of thought. Where's your peace center emotionally? Where's your calm? The resting place of your feelings. And where is the more agitated part of your feelings, whether it's excitement or concern? And where's the middle ground of all that? Where's the place where your emotions meet peace with fidgety or excitement or whatever you're going through? Breathe into all of these open spaces, allowing the presence of holy love to fill you as you consider your spirit and where you have found your spiritual peace, the center of rest in your soul. And where in your soul you're all fidgety or you're excited. You're running toward, you're running away. And breathe into that. And know that God's Spirit accompanies you in that center of peace and in your activity as well. Find who you are. And then raise your awareness to the fact that there's lots of people here in this building, lots of people online. Let's breathe into this community that we're sharing while we co-create this sacred and beautiful moment that we're sharing this morning in God's presence together.
Please join me in the call to worship. Living and loving God, help us find your essence today. Find us where we are, O God. Today we choose to embrace all the good that is around us. Let's sing together, God of the Sparrow, God of the Whale, verses 1, 5, and 6. It's number 32 from the New Century Hymnal, which you can find under your seat. Please stand as you're able in body or in heart.
How do you say AWE? Okay. We'll sing it like that.
How do you say?
The way you said it. Okay. Just 2 bars. Oh, 3 verses. Two. Okay. 2 bars intro. Ready? Sing. God of the sparrow, God of the turtle. Let's start again. Okay. Here we go. Just a second. Right in here. Ready? Go. God of the sparrow, God of the whale, God of the swirling stars. How does the creature say, oh? How does the creature say, praise? God of neighbor, God of the foe, God of the brooding foe. How does the creature say, love? How does the creature say, peace? God of the ages, God near at hand, God of the loving heart. How do your children say joy? How do your children say shalom?
You may be seated. Our first reading is a biblical witness from Exodus 23, verses 1 through 12. These are very important instructions. You shall not spread a false report. You shall not join hands with the wicked to act as a malicious witness. You shall not follow a majority in wrongdoing. When you bear witness in a lawsuit, you shall not side with the majority so as to pervert justice, nor shall you be partial to the poor in a lawsuit. When you come upon your enemy's ox or donkey going astray, you shall bring it back. When you see the donkey of one who hates you lying under its burden and you would hold back from setting it free, you must set it free. You shall not pervert the justice due to the poor in your lawsuits. Keep far from a false charge and do not kill the innocent and those in the right, for I will not acquit the guilty. You shall take no bribe, for bribes blind the officials and subverts the cause of those who are in the right. You shall not oppress a resident alien. You know the heart of an alien. You are aliens in the land of Egypt. For 6 years you shall sow your land and gather its yield, but the 7th year you shall let it rest. Let it lie fallow, so that the poor of the people may eat, and what they leave the wild animals, they can eat. You shall do the same with your vineyard and with your olive orchard. 6 days you shall do your work, but on the 7th day you should rest, so that your donkey and your ox may have relief, and your homeborn servant and the resident alien may be refreshed. These are important lessons.
All right, the second biblical witness, Numbers 22, verses 22 through 34a. God's anger was kindled because Balaam was going where he was told not to go, and the angel of the Lord took their stand in the road as his adversary. Now he was riding on the donkey, and his 2 servants were with him. The donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with a drawn sword in their hand. So the donkey turned off the road and went into the field. And Balaam struck the donkey to turn it back onto the road. Then the angel of the Lord stood in the narrow path between the vineyards, with a wall on either side. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, it scraped against the wall and scraped Balaam's foot against the wall. So he struck it again. Then the angel of the Lord went ahead and stood in a narrow place where there was no way to turn either to the right or to the left. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, it lay down under Balaam. And Balaam's anger was kindled, and he struck the donkey with a staff. Then the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey, and it said to Balaam, "What have I done to you that you have struck me these 3 times?" Balaam said to the donkey, "Because you have made a fool of me. I wish I had a sword in my hand. I would kill you right now." But the donkey said to Balaam, "Am I not your donkey, which you have ridden all your life to this day? Have I been in the habit of treating you this way?" And he said, "No." Then the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with their drawn sword in their hand. And he bowed down, falling on his face. The angel of the Lord said to him, "Why have you struck your donkey these 3 times? I have come out of an adversary, because your way is perverse before me. The donkey saw me and turned away from me these 3 times. If it had not turned away from me, surely just now I would have killed you and let it live." Then Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, "I have sinned."
Balaam forgot about the reading in Exodus. He didn't treat his donkey very well, and he got in trouble for it. Now, here's a fun fact. When I looked up the word donkey in the Bible app that I have, there are 78 occurrences in the New Revised Standard Version of the word donkey. There are 66 mentions of the plural donkeys, and there are 3 times where it's possessive, talking about the donkey's head. I can't remember what else it was talking about. The donkey's friend, maybe, something like that. So lots of donkeys mentioned in the Bible, and I didn't know that when I looked it up, and I was looking specifically for these 2 readings, and when I saw all those, I was like, oh dear, am I going to be able to find what I'm looking for? But I did, and I was grateful for that. In general, there are lots of mentions of animals in the Bible, not just donkeys. So it's fitting today that we set aside this morning to bless our beloved companions, including the stuffed variety, if anybody brought stuffed animals, including your pictures. If you have pictures of your animals, you can come up because they couldn't come here today. And those of you who are online, I don't know if you can post pictures in the comments. No, can't post pictures in the comments. Jeff says, nope, sorry, can't do that. But you could put the name of your animal and what kind of animal it is, and then while we're doing the blessing of the animals, Jeff will be like, it's Caesar the fish, and I'll bless Caesar the fish. Right? We'll do that. So what about the readings today? The Exodus reading reminds us that God values all of God's creation, and that we should too. We're to take an extra effort to make sure there's equity for all people, for all animals, and for the earth itself. We're to take extra effort. What I love about this is that in that reading, creation is mentioned in a mixed up kind of way. It doesn't say, well, since you're the most important thing, you're a human, you should value other humans. And then after you value all the humans, then you should value the animals. And then after you value the animals, you should value the earth. It's not. It's like value the humans and the earth and the animals and the earth and the humans and the animals. I mean, it's just all messed up because they're not stratified. They're not prioritized by importance at all. It's like all creation. God says, I did a good thing. And in a sense, don't mess it up. Don't be mean. Be good to all. Everything is intermingled. The weight of value is equal. I really appreciate the part about making sure you save your enemy's donkey. Separate your feelings from that person that you hate, because there's an animal in trouble. Don't take out your hate on the person by allowing an animal to suffer. You must help the animal of your enemy. I think that's wonderful. Don't you think that's wonderful? Another section of this passage tells us that all creation gets to rest, to have a Sabbath. The earth needs rest from us pushing it to produce. All people need rest. It isn't okay for the householder who has a servant to have a Sabbath day And the way that that householder has the Sabbath day is lots of people wait on them. Don't do that. Let everybody have their time of rest and their Sabbath. And the animals, too, who are today often pets, but some are workers. And they should all have a Sabbath as well. They should have time for relief and refreshing. A time to take that collar off and run free wherever they want to go. All creation, including animals, need that relief and that refreshing. This makes me think about the Genesis creation story in chapter 1. Verse 26, it says that God says, "Let us make humankind in our image, according to our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, over the cattle, over all the wild animals of the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth." Let the humans have dominion, it says. Gosh, I don't like that word. I don't like that word at all. It sounds hostile to me. So I looked it up in other translations. To be honest, most of them say dominion. I was kind of bummed about that. And then I read the Message. And in the Message, it says, I'll just read it to you and see if it makes a difference to you and how it sounds. God spoke, "Let us make human beings in our image, making them reflecting our nature, so they can be responsible for the fish of the sea, for the birds in the air, the cattle in the earth. Yes, even the earth itself, and every animal that moves on the face of the earth." Responsible. Does that change the meaning of it? It does for me. It reflects more what I think Exodus and the other teachings are trying to get at. This earth and the animals in it are in our care. Okay, but the truth is, most animals don't need us. Most animals out there in the wild, they do just fine without us. We kind of get in their way. We're a bit of an obstruction. We bar their path. We create cities, and now they don't know where to go. Mostly the animals are kind of fine without us. Domesticated animals need us because we've domesticated them to need us. And so we should take care of them. Our working animals, we've trained them, and they depend on us, so we should take care of them. But the world at large, animals are doing just fine on their own. They know how to get along. They know their systems. So why does the Bible seem to indicate that we humans are the main characters in this global story, even though we're just a small part of this vast ecosystem? I think it's because the Bible was written by humans. That is a really core teaching, right? The Bible was written by humans. Who else would it have been written by? But we think that we're the greatest of creation and have the capacity to be in charge. And what we can't control, we go, ooh, that was an act of God. Because we can't figure out who could possibly have been more powerful than us. So it must have been an act of God that probably says more about our egos than it does our actual abilities. When we do have responsibility for animals in our care, we're told to treat them well, to give them the same kind of care that we give ourselves. Sometimes we forget, though. Our example of that is in that story in the book of Numbers with Balaam. It tells us about this prophet, how he had an experience with his donkey. Balaam had been told by God to not go where he was going. Through the angel, God was trying to keep Balaam from doing what he wasn't supposed to do, even if it meant that the angel was going to kill the prophet. But Balaam's donkey, whose name we sadly don't get to know, can see the angel hidden from Balaam's perception. And the donkey is devoted to the prophet. So he tries to save his life. Balaam is probably feeling guilty or maybe arrogant for going where he isn't supposed to go. So when donkey protects him, he gets irritated instead of curious or worried, going, never done this before. What's going on? He just smacks them whenever it suits the prophet. He forgets. He's supposed to take care of the animals in his life. And donkey says, haven't I been your donkey all your life? Have I ever done anything like this? Why? Why are you treating me this way? And Balaam is so distracted with his circumstances, he doesn't notice, my donkey is talking to me. Doesn't occur to him to go, why are you talking to me? It wasn't something that happened every day. This isn't like the precursor to Mr. Ed. For those of you who know that TV show. It didn't happen every day. The story says God opened the donkey's mouth. Balaam realizes that this donkey is loyal to him. The story tells us that God opened Balaam's eyes after the conversation so that Balaam could see the angel. His response then was perfect. He said, I've sinned. You know what it says he sinned about? It doesn't say, I sinned because God told me not to go in this direction and I went in this direction. It doesn't say that. I sinned because I hit my donkey. That was my sin. No excuses. No self-shaming. He knew he was wrong. And he forgot his responsibility to his animal who was devoted to him. And once he realized, he really deep down realized, he just did the right thing. He was kinder to his donkey and he went in the direction that God told him to do and said the things that God told him to say. This is a great myth about a prophet. The story continues with the prophet doing exactly what God tells him to do in spite of it being the exact opposite reason that he thought he was going there. It was the donkey that made it all possible. It was the donkey that played the pivotal role, helping him to find his way and keep him from trouble. How many of us have a story about an animal that helped us find our way? That helped settle us down? That helped inspire us? So while this is a great myth, it speaks to us at certain levels of caring and compassion, as well as direction and listening. According to our teachings, all creation needs to rest. All creation deserves to be listened to. The earth, the animals, all people are in God's heart, and we're told to honor them all with compassion and respect. For those reasons, we're going to take this day to consider the animals of the earth and in our lives, and to offer them our blessings. And with that, peace. So we're going to do our blessing of the animals, and instead of coming up the center aisle, we're asking you to come up that aisle there by the soundboard, and then I'm going to be here, and then you can exit this way, and then come up to your seat either from the side or from the center. And Mark is in the spot where we ask you to wait so that the camera, those of you who are online, can see what's going on. And I don't know who's going to scream out the names of animals and who they are, but I hope somebody does for those who are online and want to have their animal blessed. And if you don't want your animal to get communion, let me know. Am I in the right spot? Yeah, I'm in the right spot. What's your name? This is Olive. Hi, Olive. Hi, you silly thing. Come here. Come here. Come here. I bless you in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. And may the... Hey, Olive. 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 Hey, look. Treaties. Treaties. May the peace of Christ be with you. Or not. Here. She didn't take it. She didn't want it. That'll be for later. Who is this? Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Are you nervous? Can you come here? I bless you in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. May the peace of Christ be with you, Daisy. May the peace of Christ be with you. Bless, 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 bless. Jeff is going to bark out names to me. Nice. Come on up. Who is this? I do. Shelby. Hi, Shelby. Come here. Here, don't put your back to the camera. Here, come over here. I bless you in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer, and may the peace of Christ be with you. Yeah, good job. Good job. You bet. Hi.
This is Ella, and she has the siblings.
Ella and other first siblings at home, Manny, Cassie, and Sophie. So, Ella, come here. Yeah, may the peace of Christ be with you. I bless you in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. Amen. Good job. Oh, and blessings also to Manny, Cassie, and Sophie. Hi. Who do we have here? Oh.
This is your Pastor Mac, okay? Your Pastor Mac.
I bless you in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. Amen.
Amen.
Good job. Okay. I've got a dog that needs an exorcism. Well, I bless both of you in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer, and be gone, thou foul spirit. Amen. I bless you, Jack and Sparky, in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. May you feel this blessing wherever you are. Amen.
This is Dixie Rose Heiser McKnight.
Dixie Rose Heiser McKnight. So we got a thoroughbred here with a long name. A Chiweenie. Well, I bless you, my dear, in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and Sustainer. May you feel the blessing wherever you are. Amen. Who do we have here? Dolly. Where's your turtle?
Yeah, and Scooby T.
And Scooby. Okay. So Dolly the dog and Scooby T.
Scooby Turtle.
Scooby Turtle. From a distance, I bless you in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. May the peace of Christ be with you. I'm trying to avoid that. And for you, Scooby T, as well.
All right.
Amen. Hi.
We came to bring her down because she was hurt, so we brought her.
Okay. Well, let's bless her this way so people can see. I bless you in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. May the peace of Christ be with you. Amen. Good job. Hi, darling. Gypsy. What you doing, Gypsy? Is there sitting? They're sitting. Not so much. I bless you, Gypsy, in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. And may the peace of Christ be with you always. if you want it, or maybe you'll take it. Bye for now. Be blessed.
So Tori, who lives here, and Alice, who lives with Margaret in Dallas.
Oh, okay. Tori and Alice. Beyond our needs of geography, I bless you. In the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. And may the peace of Christ be with you always, wherever you are. Amen. Thank you. Who do we have here? What are their names?
Buddy Cooper, Easy Tucker, and Twizzle.
Buddy, Cooper, Easy Tucker, and Twizzle. Those are great names. I bless you all in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. May the peace of Christ be with you wherever you are. Amen and amen. Thank you. Hi, sweetie. Who is this? Luca. Hi. Well, I bless you in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. And may the peace of Christ be with you always. Amen, you sweet thing. All right.
Charlie and Tamale.
Charlie and Tamale. Is that Charlie and that Tamale?
No, wait, Tamale.
It's all about the visuals, you know.
It is. There's Tamale.
Oh, indeed, yes. I bless you both in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer, and may the peace of Christ be with you always wherever you are. Amen. Hi, who do we have?
Princess and Virus.
Princess and
Virus.
Virus? I bless you in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer, and may the peace of Christ be with you wherever you are. Amen. You're welcome. There's too many to bring them up?
This is Renata,
Renata,
Regina,
Regina,
and First Cho.
First Cho. I bless you all in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer, and may the peace of Christ be with you always wherever you are. Amen. Thank you. Any shout-outs?
Yes, so we have a few. So we have.
Hold on.
You want a mic?
You have who?
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? Good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm good. Tara Fitzpatrick says Willow, so she wants to bless Willow. And then Mary has 4 cats. She has Elsie, Xena, Xander, and Rory. And then Lori has Teresa. It's a Decker Terrier. And then, Tressa, sorry, thank you, whoever said that. And I think that's it. Yep.
Well, let us lift up our spirits and bless them in the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. And may the peace of Christ be with all y'all, wherever you are and everywhere you go. Amen and amen. Oops. That kind of thing is just too much fun for me. I enjoy it a lot. Did you all see the TikTok that Kyle made? It's on Facebook. It's on Facebook, right? Yeah, it's posted on Facebook. So Kyle, our office manager, and his partner Scout, they have 2 dogs, and they couldn't be with us today. And so I blessed them the other day, and he said, well, we can, we'll film it and put it on TikTok. And so hopefully that gets around as another fun thing that we do. But they got communion twice because it was just that kind of day that they got communion twice. So now let us join our hearts in prayer. Holy love, we thank you for the joy that animals bring us. We thank you for the companionship that we have, the way that they can calm us down, change our moods. And we ask that you do bless them all, wherever they are. But not just our pets, but may there be a blessing on this whole earth filled with creatures. The flying ones, the crawling ones, the swimming ones, the 4-leggeds, the 2-leggeds, the 1-leggeds, and all of them in between. The ones with all kinds of fur and skin and pelt. Help us to see them in the light that you see them in. Help us to acknowledge their worth in the world as we go about our day. And even the annoying ones, help us to send a blessing to, because they're part of this earth that we share, and how we act in it is how we become. So help us to become the selves that you have directed us to be, kind and compassionate, and also intermingled, human, animal world, and earth. So we see ourselves as all holy and sacred, and blessing each other together. According to your grace, according to your mercy, and according to your love, I lift up this portion of my prayer. And once again, I also ask a blessing on all those who have endured any kind of gun violence, especially the folks from Club Q. I pray that maybe they have some kind of animal companions that can lift up their spirits and comfort them when maybe humans are the ones that scare them the most. And maybe some experience that they can draw on if they don't have some near them. And may our comfort and our strength once again go out to them in such a way that they say, I don't know why I feel a little bit better, but I do right now, because we are connected and we are all one. And because we do this work as a community, let us lift up our voices in these words of prayer, saying, Divine Beloved, you are everywhere and in each of us. Your many names are sacred, and we honor them. We call forth your beloved community to share here on earth the way we imagine it is in heaven. Provide for all creation our basic needs. Reconcile us to yourself. Give us the courage and humility to be reconciled with each other. Strengthen us according to the pressures of selfish living. Guard us from evils that might overtake us, so that we can build in your love and in your radiance, which is everlasting. Amen.
Please join me in the invitation to offering. Each week we collect 2 offerings. One is for the church, which goes into our general fund for the running of the church and our ministries. The second is the loose offering, which is sent to a designated charity, which changes each week. If you brought your offering in person today, you're welcome to drop it in the offering box in the back. It is the glass church near the doors of the narthex. Our loose offering for today goes to Annie Mills on Wheels, a program founded so that homebound seniors on Interfaith Ministries for Greater Houston's Meals on Wheels or Greater Houston program would not feel compelled to share their limited food and resources with their 4-legged friends. Interfaith Ministries collects the donated pet food that volunteers deliver each month to seniors. If you would like to give to our general fund, to the loose offering, or to both, you can use bill pay from your bank, send us a check, use the Plymouth app, or use PushPay according to the directions on your screen. As always, thank you for supporting Plymouth and the ministries of the loose offering. join me in the offertory prayer. These gifts are small measures of our abundance of care. Loving God, take these gifts of time, talent, and treasure. To widen our table and increase our generosity. Okay, let's sing together Peace, which is number 193 from the Sing Book, which you can find under your seats.
Peace be to you in all you do. Peace be the way in all you say. Peace be the light that shines so bright from your heart on the world this day. Peace, 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 peace. Peace be to you in all you do. Peace, 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 peace. Peace be to you in all you do. Peace be the song that we will sing. Peace be the joy our spirits bring. Peace be the love that sets us free. Peace for all, peace for you and me. Peace, 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 peace. Peace live in you in all you do. Peace, 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 peace. Peace live in you in all you do.
And now, my friends, it's time to go from this moment to whatever it is that you have next. We have some fellowship that's happening over there, so we hope you join us for that, as well as for Thanksgiving this Thursday, if you would like to do that. So now go forth in the power of knowing that we can walk gently on this earth, that we can be one with each other and with all creation. Go forth knowing that God dwells deeply and richly within the very essence of your being and reaches out so that you can be connected. Go forth knowing that we are a community together in power and in strength, in love, in grace, and in mercy. Go forth in peace and as peacemakers.